Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Hey, was that kind of like slowing, like pausing and then going, or it was kind of stalling out on the intro?
It's always kind of jittery.
Is it?
Yeah.
It was last week too. Yeah.
I wonder if maybe, it might be my internet. Sorry, guys. Yeah, because it's streaming from my computer, and sometimes
Yeah. What's
internet
going
around.
on, Gabe? How you doing, Brad?
I'm doing well, Michael. How are you, man?
Good, man. Doing good. What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining us on a great Saturday night.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? And then just a reminder, and I surprised Michael with it too. I actually put the link in the Facebook group, so if anyone wants to jump on and just kind of hang out,
Because you
feel-
guys definitely don't want just me. You want, right, Michael? Come on. Right. Yeah.
You're good, dude. You're 100%.
But yeah, no, like I said, if anyone, we'll probably just be on for about, a little bit, an hour and a half, something like that. But we'll,
sure.
if anybody wants to jump on and
Yeah, I
chat.
promised Haley Domino's Pizza tonight. So
Yeah.
No dark side pizza.
I wish we're gonna be there eventually, man. But God, yeah, Domino's won't even be in the cards anymore.
Oh, look at it. Sean's jumping on. Let's see. There's Sean. Hey, what's up, Sean? How you doing, brother? There you
guys
go.
hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
That is scruffy looking.
Yes, scruffy looking.
I can't hear. Hold on.
He's
All right.
He's trying to figure it out.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. But yeah, man, today was just one of those. For me, it was just one of those. Like, I mean, for everybody that has little kids or has gone through having little kids, like having to take them to like parties and like events and all that, just could get exhausting.
You're in the thick of it, man.
Yeah.
Like the beginning of summer, where all the other kids are they're packing in their birthdays, and then the end of summer they're not in school, and you're screwed. My kids are in high school and they're doing summer school, which they wanted to do.
No.
And that's not me. Like, they got that from their mother for sure.
And that's the same way.
Yeah.
Gabe, I just want to just say, not a lot of people know this, but I want to thank you personally, dude, for reaching out to me today. For those of you that don't know, today would be my mom's birthday. A lot of you guys know I lost her last August, and so today's been a roller coaster, but it's been a good day. I just think back of, how she would be. She was the type that didn't want any attention on her birthday, but then if you didn't give it to her, she'd get pissed. So you could never win, But I miss
happy birthday to your mother, man.
Thank you, man. I miss the hell out of her, man. Just 5 minutes I wish I could have with her right now. And I look in the gallery here and I remember her walking around, and so it's just, but it's a special day. It's her birthday and I'll never forget it. But Gabe, thank you so much. It meant a lot, dude, when you reached out like that. I was like, man, that was a while back. I told you, and thank you.
Yeah, no, man, of course.
It means a lot.
No, of course. Hope you had a good day with the family, and
I didn't want to get overboard with everybody, but I was like, man, should I get a cake? But she's not going to eat the cake. But Denise bought her a really a dozen. Her favorite color was yellow. She loved roses. And since she passed, where she sits in the house, Denise always keeps fresh flowers, and this time it was some yellow roses for her birthday. So it's special,
Yeah,
so
absolutely, man.
And we got a really cool tribute that we're going to have for her at the dark side, because she was my inspiration and the reason I've been able to be successful in anything and everything that I've done. So, but anyways, moving on. But it's a good day, So
I've never met your wife, but it sounds like, I mean, it's amazing because like my wife's very similar. Like it's hard to find someone that obviously respects your hobby.
Yes.
Respects you, and then also your family and your loved ones, and like that's a hard thing to come by, and I think you freaking struck gold.
Thank you for that, Brad. Well said. Yeah, and it's true. Yeah, she, because I sure am not that guy that goes and gets flowers every week and stuff, and so. But yeah, it's a good thing. She's the best. So
yeah.
So man, Sean, how you been? I hadn't talked to you in a long time.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you. How you doing?
I couldn't hear. I'm still getting used to all this equipment I had purchased to, you know, be able to talk to everybody. I got tired of being on my iPad.
Yeah.
No worries, man. As long as you could hear, you're good, man.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, yeah, like I said, we're gonna be on here just kind of chatting. I mean, we don't really have anything planned, right, Michael? We're gonna talk about some cool new collectibles, some new stuff.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to everybody. Got Matt. What's up, Matt? How you doing, brother? Jens, what's up?
Hey, Jens.
Yeah, Johnny. What's up, Johnny?
Hey, Johnny.
McFry.
Fry.
Yeah. Steven and Carla, what's up? I have Saturday Night Fever. I like that.
Hey, before we move on, stay right where you're at, Gabe. So there was somebody in the chat that reached out last week. There was a little
Oh, yeah.
PO'd, and I was notified that, I was giving away spoilers. I said, we're not going to tell spoilers, but, even though Indiana Jones dies at the end, and apparently took it to heart. And, well, I don't know if he dies if you haven't seen it, and I don't want to piss anybody else off. So
I know.
He's having a little fun there.
I saw that comment, and I was like, man, I'm pretty sure he was joking. And honestly, guys, I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah. So
my whip was used in the promo.
Yes, we're going to talk about that. I want to show that. That's really cool.
Why haven't Sean? I'm just curious. We got to get back to the introducing everybody in the chat, but real quick, why hasn't anybody seen Indiana Jones yet?
I mean, I can tell you that I wanted to see it on opening night, but my kids are older, and like my son Harrison, you have a son Indy. Like I wanted to take them to see it, and we will, but it wasn't one of those things like I had to rush out to see it. And once you started seeing the reviews, I was like, I mean, I do want to see it. I definitely think it's obviously probably better than Christmas Cole, but it's like it's not, it's like not on the, it's not. Yeah, I don't have to rush. It's not ET. It's not that I don't have to go out and see it. So
yeah. For me, it's the same kind of like. I mean, my two youngest daughters, right? Like it. My 8-year-old wants to see it. She's like, I love Indiana Jones. But like my 5-year-old's like, wow, do we have to, So we're going to go watch it on 4th of July, but then we had family in town and then all that. So we're going to go today, but then events and all that. So maybe tomorrow. I'll go see it tomorrow.
And Jeff and Nilda, thank you guys for the comments. Thank you all you guys for the good comments. Okay, let's keep going with them.
Yeah, Robin, what's up? How you doing? Good Sean, you're already on. What's up?
Hey, Sean.
Yeah. How's it been, Sean, by the way?
It's been good. Just been working and, just hanging in there, always working on my collection.
Yeah.
Making it fun.
Heck yeah. Got Michael. What's up, Michael? How you doing? Hey, Armando, Michael. What's up, Armando? Look, I'm wearing. I got it. I finally got it. See this, Michael?
Badass. Yeah, I love that.
All right, we'll put the picture on. Do you recognize it from like the ILM?
Yeah. Steve Golly was wearing it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it's so cool.
Weren't you supposed to wear that like 3 weeks ago?
It barely showed up like 2 days ago. So yeah. No, you're talking about Lee's shirt. Lee got me a shirt from Japan, a Pulp Fiction shirt. Awesome shirt. And that one, I want to like save it for a special occasion because it's really nice. It's like really nice material and everything. And I'm one of those people that like as soon as you wash a t-shirt, it just doesn't fit right anymore. I don't know. I just don't want to ruin it. Like I want to, save it. But Dan, what's up, Dan? How you doing? Zombie Hunter, what's up?
You,
Shane,
we got some new people in tonight.
Yeah. What's up, Shane? How you doing? Brian, what's up, Brian? Sean, how you doing, Sean? I saw Sean. If you guys don't already follow Sithcast and Sean's show, they're actually going to have the actor that played Max Rebo.
Yeah,
very cool.
Yeah, they frequently get in like we do.
Yeah. I've been getting a lot of cool celebs on there.
Yeah.
Josh, what's up, Josh? Nilda, same. She's part of the Sithcast. So make sure you guys go over there.
What's up, Nilda? Good to see you.
Go watch. Janine, how you doing, Janine? I was thinking about you, Janine, because I actually went to Hobby Lobby yesterday, and Michael, you'll appreciate this. I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday to frame three prints that I got, or they're concert posters. And my girl left. She quit.
Again?
Dude, mine quit this last week.
Dude, mine last
years.
week.
That's so weird, dude. I swear to you, the same thing. She quit. She reached out to tell me that I'm no longer going to be there, and I'm like, shit,
dude,
that's really weird.
I was heartbroken. I literally went up there and I was just like, it's like, where's Nancy? Is she around? And they're like, oh, she's no longer here. And it's this new girl, didn't know how to do the cuts. And I was like, oh no, 2 hours, actually longer than 2 hours. We were probably there for about almost 2.5 hours, because I was trying to explain to her like the external part, the interior cut, because I usually I need like an extra little cut here and there. And she cut, I kid you not, 7 different like cuts.
Orders.
Like 7
I
different.
could see you were all red in the face and shit.
Oh my god.
Well, so Gabe, I was going to ask you, like, is there any? Oh, here we go with the Bowmans.
One of us so far.
Yeah.
What's
So,
up,
like,
Benjamin?
Gabe,
Hi,
is there a way you can like actually get the specific angle? Because I know that they have to cut the angles on the borders.
Yeah.
Can you get that information just in case it passes off to another person in the future?
Well, I had the information. I had it. It was.
And she couldn't do it.
Well, no, because I was like, okay, look, I need the interior like matte cut, the inside part this much, and I gave her the exact dimensions, and then she would come out. She's like, let me try it one time, and she'd come out, and it was like off-centered. And then the next time she blew it up too big, like the outer part. And then the next time it was like she messed up the inner circle, and I was just like, okay, look. Nancy would sometimes let me go back there and mess with the computer.
Oh yeah, I go back there too on their big table when they're laminating. You like the other people looking. You're not supposed to be back here. Oh, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm your boss. You're fired.
But yeah, so she had to call like her supervisor to like help her with the measure, and I was like, you don't need help with the measure. I'm giving them to you. Like these are the measures.
Hey,
but I was really cool with her. I was like, look, I'm okay with you messing up. Like, let's practice. Let's do this, because you're gonna see me here a lot. So I want you to like.
Where's Nancy when I need her?
the most unbelievable thing about this is that Hobby Lobby has managers or supervisors.
Apparently,
I mean, that's
yeah. But yeah, so I'm telling you about 2.5 hours almost we spent in there. But again, she was really, I didn't want to like kind of get her all frazzled. She was like a younger employee, and like she was barely learning. I think she was there only for this 1 week. So at the end, I was like, thank you so much. Like, you did great. Like, hey, this is practice, and next time I'm going to come in here. I'm going to challenge you even more. And she's like, okay. But anyways, yeah.
Let's keep saying hello to everybody.
I know, my bad. Well, we got Benjamin on. What's up, Benjamin?
Hi,
How you doing?
See you, Ben.
Is microphone okay? Volume's all right?
Oh yeah, you're good.
Okay.
And then we got Robin, which she's probably watching in the background.
She is probably going to jump on. She wasn't
good.
planning on it, and she said they put up a link, so she's like, I better go get ready.
Yeah,
So.
jump on. We got Jeff. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? Star Wars Addict 77, not 88. Eric, what's up, Eric? How you doing, man? Oh, there you go. Star Wars Addict 88. The neighbors.
That's right.
What's up? Let's see. Who else is on here? That's everyone just saying hi to each other on here.
Yeah. Marcel.
Justin, what's up, Justin? Guillermo, what's up? Jose, hola, ¿cómo estamos? Bienvenido. Big Cat Pete, what's up, Pete? Who else we got here? Michael already said hi to him.
Yeah.
Illuminator Star Wars here. Got Marcel. What's up, Marcel? Oh, working on something new. Okay. Can't wait to see what you're working on there. Robbie, what's up, Robbie?
Lee.
Evan, what's up, Evan? How you doing, bro?
Good to see you, Evan.
Hi, Evan.
Evan and I have been busy on a new social media platform. I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but there's a new platform called Threads.
Oh shit! Like a new TikTok thing.
It's actually
It
it's
seems
a
like
new
it's not
Twitter.
photos, right? It's kind
Oh.
of like it's like
Michael,
words only.
you and I would not like Threads.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's like Twitter. Hey, Benjamin, yeah, you might want to just a little bit more volume on your
Sure.
content.
And to Brian Makes Dioramas, he made the comment respectfully
Whatever.
about the Hobby Lobby thing. If you got the right person like Gabe had and who what I had too, dude, they're fantastic. And they take their time like it's theirs. I mean, you're like anyway, my experience, it was like a professional framing establishment, you know?
Oh
so,
yeah, no, and they have like the museum glass that you could order.
Yes.
You could do like
Yes.
custom framing.
Oh, yeah.
Custom mat, like you could do triple mats. You could do the acid. I mean, it's
For
it's
half the price, I'm sure than what it would be. Yeah.
So Gabe, do you always go out and get like the UV protection?
Most of the time for a concert, because every time I go to a concert, I'll usually buy the poster and then I'll frame it with either the wristband or the ticket, depending on what I got that time. And I went to a NoFX concert. It's like a punk band that's like it was their last tour, and I got 3 of them. So one of them I have the VIP pass. And anyways, for those I don't put UV because they basically go in my garage and you know so stand around. But like for my like props and like for my like production,
but the acid free, depending on what you're putting in, especially if it's something valuable, is very important.
Yeah, no,
and then
Ben,
the UV glass.
Ben, are you talking about like something that's going to be touching glass or just in general?
Just as far as framing, so like there's different levels of mats and things, and any of the backing, anything that's in contact with or that can essentially off gas.
Yeah.
Even if it's not actually touching, it's obviously cheaper. But if you are going to have it in touch or in contact with something more expensive, then you'll want to do that because you don't want it to start yellowing over, 8 or 10 years.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Is the volume okay now? I turned it up a bit, up or down.
Yeah.
No, I got you. I actually had to fix your settings because for some reason,
okay, no, that's fine.
Part wasn't on. So you're good.
I just don't want to blow anybody's eardrums out. So
you're good.
Can we get to that? Can we get to Michael's thing?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
I know.
Everyone's seen it.
So Michael, tell us about that. I'm gonna go on. Jason Eaton's website because I think he should have it on there, right?
Yeah, it's on there. Yeah, so this is to all the original, like the vintage collectors out there. You definitely can see what this is. This is the indoor. They just call it the indoor vehicle. It's just like the indoor Ranger vehicle, something like that. I think they call it the Ranger vehicle. There's a couple different names for it, like the Ranger mini rig or whatever. But this one here is a one-off build, 6 scale, by the great Jason Eaton. He did a fantastic job on this. And when I finally received this thing, I was shocked on the scale. It's hard to get an idea, but this is a 6 scale. This is actually a custom from Joel Hawsey right here to give you an idea on the scale of this thing. But it's really cool. It's got so many of the details. But what I love about this, it's almost like, again, like I mentioned this a lot on my Star Killer channel, is that it's like the story behind the story. Like this would have been a fantastic piece in Return of the Jedi. Can you imagine them working on this and getting in this thing and taking off and, chasing down through, shooting a couple, biker scouts, in their speeder bikes or something. But this is, in his mind, his imagination, what it would have turned out to be on film. So
is that design?
Is that cool shade on
it is. I was getting ready to say it's got some real cool shade. This whole thing spins completely around. I'm not doing it, but yeah, it can show you.
So I didn't have that, but that was one of the mini rigs that came out.
Yeah,
is that correct?
It is. Yeah, it's one of the last of the toys that they came out with. But yeah, so the action figure would pop up, and the action figure would sit down in it. So it's funny because Denise, when I was setting up over here, she was like, "So that's not the right size for that one." I go, "Yeah," but she didn't realize. She thought this was like a giant ship, but Yeah, he would sit in here, and it's got the light up here. And Jason Eaton's, if you
Well,
guys
here.
want to go to his studios, you can
I'm
see.
gonna-
So, Michael,
gonna
isn't this what sent you down the rabbit hole? The 6 scale mini rigs?
It's actually not. I actually,
No?
it's not. I actually had
Cool.
those going first. And the craziest thing is the very first mini rig, Brad, that I did, Jason's doing one of those too. That would be like in the film in
Oh,
six
that's cool.
scale. And I'm getting that from him whenever he finishes it. So but
I love this design. It kind of reminds me of your like the is it the Battlestar like ship, like from that angle. You know how like the wings go down.
yes, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. This right here, I can tell you guys, it's out of my collection. It is absolutely one of my favorite pieces. You know,
So
So,
cool.
so Michael, this is different than the Gentle Giant versions, right?
yeah. So the Gentle Giant versions, the one that's what you were talking about, right? The
Yes.
mini rig?
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are designed. Those are the actual vintage Kenner mini rigs blown up to 6 scale.
Okay.
So we had, Izzy did, took the original one and redrew it and created it in 6 scale. And he's working on another one right now. But yeah, so this one though is just like, what a fun project, right? If you have the talent to go in and design and build something like this with the right display, I mean, it's a fantastic little ship.
I mean, like,
Yeah, you can see the cool shade on those vents.
Yeah.
So I was told that this was originally supposed to be for Mark Boudreau, who recently passed. He's the Kenner designer that he again recently passed. He was the one that did the Millennium Falcon, and he actually did this design too. So I believe this is what I was told, that this was going to be built and given to him, and then he got sick and went in the hospital because this was done last year. But Jason kept hitting me up on this thing, and I'm so glad it's in the collection.
If people don't know what that cool shade is, it's you can't find it anymore.
No.
And when you find it and when you touch it and you see it in person, you realize how minuscule those vents are.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
They were used for air conditioning.
Yeah.
They're like little vents. Yeah, they were used in the TIE fighters, and like Brad just said, it's that stuff is like gold. And Jason, so he did send when Jim Krevling was building the medical frigate. There was also a little bit of cool shade on that one, and he put that in there.
And those rear LEDs kind of flicker.
Yes, yeah, they're flickering.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's badass, man.
Look at that paint.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to show the pictures, because
I
mean, we could see the paint in Michael's vid, but like seeing it here, it's like, man, you could see all of the detail that he put into it.
Yeah, Jason is just, he does some crazy ass cool one-offs.
So, Michael, how was that supposed to kind of navigate through? Like, if it was real, if they made it for the original Jedi, like, was it a hover thing, or was it supposed to spin, or what?
That's a great question. That's a good question. So use your imagination. You know what I'm saying? It was a toy. It was a toy, but just like how it is right now, you see, he sits upright in the cockpit, because I do remember you saying that you didn't have that toy. So he sits upright in the cockpit and he flies, and you can just see this thing spinning really fast around, shooting at a couple, speeder bikes coming at him or something,
So
that part spins around just to adjust the cannons. Okay.
Now,
you can see that thing just flying in with that thing just spinning around and shooting real fast. I mean, it's like a realistic piece that you can absolutely, it works.
And it's very similar to, like, it reminds me of the B-Wing, the whole style of that.
Yes.
So,
yeah. Exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
And I love
the fact that it's like a smaller tech, like in canon, right? Like in universe, it's a smaller ship, right? It's like a personalized.
Yeah, it's a personal craft,
like,
exactly.
Almost like a speeder, right? Like,
Dude, I hope they use it on the Mandalorian series or something like that. Like,
you know what it takes, Brad? It takes inspiration, which is this piece right here, and for somebody, like Doug Chang or one of the people to see this, and because I guarantee you, if this is it's seen, there's no doubt they would use something like this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
well, and Jason has eyes, Lucasfilm eyes
Oh, yeah.
all for his work. So I mean, you never know. You might have something in your hands that
I wouldn't doubt it. If they use the troop transport from the Kenner line, why wouldn't they use something like this, which is even better?
way better. Exactly.
Yeah.
You're right. Thank you, Evan, for the comment.
Michael, just post photos every once in a while, every couple of weeks.
Yeah, right.
Well, but just hashtag the right people, and they'll see it eventually.
Well, they filmed the Mandalorian like 5 blocks from me, so
There you go.
I'll just take it over there. Just Michael, just send it to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll just walk it over there. Yeah.
that's funny.
I love the lights too. Like that just looks so. I mean, it's such a cool design.
Yeah,
Definitely underrated. I think it's definitely one of those ones that like nobody would have ever thought, right? Like it would be a cool ship. Like, I mean, it's especially with the mini rigs. I know they hold a lot of, like nostalgia for collectors. But honestly, as a kid, like mini rigs, for some reason, like, I wanted the big ships, right? And I don't know, something about the mini rigs didn't do it for me, but that was just me.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look at this design, why didn't they just cut it off at the end? Why is that little piece sticking out? And that little extra piece is what Star Wars is. It's like, why? Like, what does that represent? That is, it's like the X-wings. There's always something on the X-wing that you're like, why did they?
Brad, it's the escape where the plans are. It's the escape.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey, and to Chris, the plan is to create. So Izzy's a busy guy, but the plan is to complete all of the Kenner mini rigs. So I have the 3, which I'm going to do a video on soon.
We have Janine on.
Hey, hi.
Wow.
Hi, Janine. Hi, guys. How's everybody doing?
Janine, this is like the official first time you've been on solo.
It really is. I figured
What's
I
up
had
with
to.
that?
Yeah. And look at what cool background you got too. That's
Thank you. It's certainly coming along. I've come a long way from a couple of, Macari finds on the floor and some unfinished AT-ATs. Now I have unfinished AT-ATs up there that I'll get around to. But yeah, I'm like loaded up in this room.
Don't tell everybody about Mercari. We'll have more competition.
Janine, respectfully, you are a maniac. I mean, you are constantly. I mean, the projects that you're doing, it's like diverse. It's really a bunch of different things, and I'm very proud of the work that you're doing.
Thank you. I'm very, very bad at doing nothing.
I hear you.
On my time off, I'm always doing something. I wake up at about 4:30 in the morning, 3 hours before I have to leave for work, so I can get started on something new or just look for a project. Yeah. Crafty.
Yes, for sure. And Robin, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good to see you, Robin.
Can I say, I always like Robin looks like a Star Wars person. Like she looks like she should always be a Star Wars Imperial officer or all the photos that she always posts. I'm like, she looks like she should have been in Star Wars all along.
Yeah, it's legit. Right?
We're working on a petition for that, so we'll see.
Well, I'll probably
I want to do for her. I think one of the things she wants to do a couple more costumes, but eventually it'll be more intensive. But I do want to do a Bo-Katan for her because that would be awesome.
100%.
So.
You look like her. Like
yeah.
I'm a few feet taller than she actually is, so that'd be kind of funny.
They can fake that. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Very cool.
What's up?
We are starting to get the 3D printer up and running again, so we'll see if it starts being successful and easy. I might have to buy a new printer, but then I might have to start working on some more armor. So
yeah.
That's the next thing I need to get into.
Oh man.
Yeah, get into it. That's awesome.
Seriously, I just don't even know where to start. I know there are different kinds. I know one's better than the other. I just start.
I've done 3D resin 3D printing. It's not difficult, but there's limitations for each thing. So.
Yeah.
Janine, I was just going to ask Janine real quick. What's the favorite thing that you like to do when it comes to all these different projects? Because I know you get a lot of times you'll take some of the Kenner or the Hasbro toys and you'll make them like like a studio model, right?
Yeah. So I think that's my favorite thing. It started when I got Scott the Falcon. That's behind us. That was his Falcon that I completely redid for his 50th birthday, maybe. And then I went and found this guy for me, same exact one. So it's the 79. I found it on Macari and I got all the missing parts. Whoops.
Look at
And
that.
I basically primed and painted it, and people just can't even believe it is what it is.
That's badass.
So
Yeah,
that's a vintage Kenner.
Yeah, it's a 79 Kenner.
Yeah, that's so cool.
When I was in between jobs, I decided that was going to be my project, so I painted it.
That's amazing.
So you got the parts to complete his and keep it true to original, and then you got a second one that you can have fun
that
with.
I could just do whatever I wanted to. And I got the stickers on these right here on eBay. So that was a finishing touch. And then I got to figure out this part.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is hard to do.
You could probably customize it. You might want to do actual light up, right? Like
right?
Yeah. You should put lights in it.
I think the most fun I have is getting something that's, you know, completely beat up like the ATST I just did and this guy and transforming it.
Yeah.
But wait, let's see the bottom of it.
Oh, I didn't do the bottom.
Okay, yeah.
I only had 2 weeks. This is what 2 weeks gave me.
I mean, that's amazing. Can you imagine having that accuracy when you're a kid?
Right.
I go like, you know, like be like, oh my god, like they got the paint. Yeah. So Janine, does the back still come off it?
I'm sorry?
Does the back still come off it like it did?
Yeah.
The top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Great.
And then the next one I want to do, but I probably have to wait until I actually earn vacation time, is, oh my gosh, this one.
Oh my god.
So that one right there, Janine,
oh
they make a kit. They make kits for that. I mean, where it's like very accurate.
Yeah, 3D printed parts.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's bigger than me.
Yeah,
I think
awesome.
that's it's not Kenner, it's
it HasLab? Is that
exclusive?
No,
it's the Hasbro Legacy, I think.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Janine, if you want, if you go to Modeler Magic,
okay,
you can see that in all its glory completed. It's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Janine, I'm gonna because you're doing all these. I'm gonna send you some. I gotta send you something to work on, and it's. I'm gonna bring it right now. I'm gonna show it to you while you guys talk.
Okay.
But we're in San Diego. I'm not gonna touch that project anymore.
Okay.
And I think you're the perfect person to have. I need to send it to you, but hold on, I'm gonna go get it real quick.
Okay.
It's an Ewok Jedi.
Hey Janine, I like the dentals.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give you some more if you want them.
I know. I'm like, you know what? Sean's getting new ones. He's getting his Maju cases. This time I have to buy 2 and not be given 2.
Right. Well, whatever. I mean, you don't have to buy them for me. I don't care. I'll just give them.
I have room for probably 2 more, and then we don't need a kitchen, so more after that.
Well, I took my dining table out.
I know you did. I think that's such a good idea because you have that bar right there where you can pull stools up to the counter.
Yeah, I have stools already there. So James and I just sit there and eat there. So
yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah, I get to admire my collection. So
Exactly. We don't have a kitchen table anymore either. I'm sitting in the kitchen. This is the dining room side, much like yours.
Where's Scott, Janine? Did he?
He's upstairs. He said no. I said, why don't you grab a chair and sit next to me? And he said, no, it's all about you.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's funny. It is. Hey, so is that a 3PO on your bottom left?
Over here?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's a cookie jar.
Okay.
This is something that we got from Jeff. That's the hand that you can get at Disney that has the helmet in it or the frame in it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, you want to talk about how awesome Anthony Daniels is as a person?
I don't know. That's so weird, Matt, because I was just thinking about that.
Yeah. So I'm a friend of Gordon Tarpley.
Yeah.
And I've just heard not just yours, but like many iterations of interactions with of him, and it's so I've met George Lucas, I've met Mark Hamill, Dave Prowse, many other people, and like everyone's been a sweetheart, amazing person, and it's Anthony Daniels was been one of those people that I've just never cared. Oh, look at that! Has cared to meet because I've heard the stories. So
I think it's just timing. You know what I mean? It's just
maybe
maybe so, right?
Yeah. Look at that boosh.
All right, so here it is. I'm gonna send this to you. I want you to have it. And you can
Oh my gosh!
Oh, dude,
Are you kidding?
No, so this is obviously it has a lot of work. It's it's a fan made one. It's it's like resin casting. This is the one that I had in the room for a long time.
Yeah.
The Dirty Rogue design ones.
Right.
And I was gonna originally just paint the top more accurate and all that.
Yes.
But I never got around to it. And then I got the Dirty Rogue design one, and then this just kind of sat in my garage.
Oh my god!
Because it is heavy. It's like a resin kit, so it's like a heavier thing. But I think you would do an amazing job just like getting it all painted.
That's
up.
really cool, Gabe.
That's so amazing.
And again,
Seriously.
Bush helmets are kind of. I mean, you can find them obviously, but this one already has the leather, most of the greavelys on there, so that way you can just paint it up, and
that's badass.
Oh, that's really cool.
Now you need another Detolf.
Or like
thanks, Dave. You just cost her like another $99. Like she has
right now.
Yeah, they want
up. I guarantee you, he's got reference on that damn thing too.
Like I said, it needs a lot of work, but I mean, I think
she can handle
it. Project that you might enjoy, and it even lights up. It does light up. It has the light up kit.
Oh my gosh!
This lights up right here. So.
Oh my gosh!
That's the best helmet of Star Wars. I'm sorry,
but
like
100.
I just got a bobblehead pop today.
That's the best Star Wars. I mean, other than Stormtrooper. I'd say Biker Scout, then Boosh, then Stormtrooper.
Shore Trooper too, though.
I actually agree with you, Brad, on that.
Yeah, real Star Wars. I'm not talking.
Oh snap!
Biker Scout, Boosh, Stormtrooper.
I like the TK behind you, Brad. That's my favorite.
AT-AT.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
To Scott would be AT-AT.
Yeah, I still say AT-AT. I can't. I
can't say AT-AT.
I can't
because you can't call an AT-ST an AT.
You do though.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's exactly my point.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah. But
what's up, little buddy?
Hi, Jameson.
They're saying hi.
Hello.
Hi.
They can hear you, but you can't hear them.
Hello. Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, that was really nice of you, Gabe.
I can barely even hear you guys.
So nice of you.
Well, no, I mean, I think Janine's gonna do an amazing job with that. So, like,
I love it. Thank you so much.
Of course. So yeah, so I'll text. Scott or you, and then just maybe I'll just even or mail it to you, or next time I'm
Comic-Con.
Or you're gonna? Yeah, we'll be at Comic-Con.
Yeah, I took off that weekend, so I know we're all gonna meet up for dinner Friday night.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, there you go.
Can we?
Or you could just give it to me and I can give it to him.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you think I would take that? No, I'd give it to you. I'm not that cold blooded.
John, I have something for you, by the way.
Me?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
San Diego. It sounds like it's a San Diego collector.
That's right.
Well, I'll be at Comic-Con on Friday.
All right.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I'll be at Comic-Con Wednesday through Sunday. So anytime, guys hit me up.
And then Friday night, Galactic Empire is playing at Brick by Brick.
Oh wow!
So they're like the metal Star Wars metal, yeah.
God, I haven't been there in so long.
Brick by
They have that great barbecue place next door, right?
Yeah, they do.
Can we talk about Comic-Con just because it's a
Yeah.
changing trend right now? Like
Mhm.
the speculation that is because all the people are pulling out, all the major studios are pulling out of Comic-Con. Like it's going to be it's a culture shift from what it was into what it might be or where it's going. Because I mean, it's been always been a huge draw for San Diego, and it's always been the studios pouring the money in, and they've pulled out now. So, what do we think that's a symbol of what it's going to be? Is it going to go back to where it was, or is it going to shift to where it's going to be smaller cons like WonderCon, LA Comic Con, kind of style thing? Because that's where I'm seeing across the board.
Yeah.
I have a theory. Do you think it has anything to do with the writers' strike?
It does.
Where they're
Yeah.
trying to keep all of the, actors and actresses just away.
I don't think that's a big enough draw because like I have a good friend who's several people in the industry, but like that's not a big enough thing where studios would pull out of such a huge event if it wasn't worthwhile.
Mm.
Wow.
Right? I mean, if they're gonna make like 10 million, off of like 100 grand, they'll still put the 100 grand into it.
Right.
What's up, Matt?
There's Matt. All right.
Hello, Matt.
What's up?
Oh, look at this. We have competing
I
strengths.
know. Right? In the same position, same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you been, Matt?
I'm good, man. I'm wiped today, though. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we took the kids over. We went into Orlando and went to SeaWorld all day, and I'm just like, I had to.
Why'd you do that?
I'm like this. Well, I'm like the Sherpa. I got to carry everything, so it's like there's a backpack full of like water bottles and everything else, and it's like 1,000 degrees and humid. And
Yeah.
that's a point where I was looking and there's like this tank of like beluga whales, and I'm like, I just want to jump in there.
Yeah.
The water's 36 degrees.
My neighbor just came back from Orlando, and I was talking to him yesterday, and he's just like, "Man, the weather, it's horrible.
It's
So
brutal.
humid.
It
It's like it just
it's
starts
been hot.
raining, and then it goes away, and then it's extra hot and humid. It's like your clothes are just
Well,
sticking to you."
You kind of want the rain because it does kind of
Yeah.
cool it off a bit, but
Yeah.
it's like, and
East
it
Coast
did rain today too, and I'm just like everything's sticking to me, and I'm just like,
You know what's the best for that is an ice cold pizza from Dark Side Pizza.
Very soon.
I don't think the delivery is going to come this far.
No. Yeah,
They do
delivery
that,
ain't going to
though.
go even 5 minutes down the street. You want it, you
How
can
do
get it.
they do that? I know places do that because I'm from New York, the best pizza capital of the world.
Heck yeah.
And there are people who have come out to California and had like family send them New York pizza for their birthday or whatever. I don't know how it works. Can be done.
My great uncle, he worked for airline. They're Braniff Airlines. Mike, you might know them. They were based out of Texas, and he used because he could fly any time he wanted anywhere they went, and he would fly from Dallas to New York City, drive up into Westchester County, get sweet corn, and fly back to Dallas to cook it for a dinner party he was having that night.
Wow. A little extra.
Can I ask Michael, like, what's your next acquisition for either yourself or for the for your pizzeria, or is there one?
So I was going to keep it kind of on the down low because I've been talking about it for almost 2 years now. But this week we got started back on my gallery, the studio scale gallery.
Yeah.
So we've actually got it all framed up now, and I'm going to do a big reveal when it's completed. I'm not going to do any sneak peeks or anything like that, but that's something in the near future that I've been really excited to get going. It's just I've been so busy with that. It's not really but it's a big thing, to have. I can't wait to finally set up. It's going to be something you've never seen. It's going to be really cool.
Is it's got to be a Back to the Future setup, part 2, like the best? No, I'm.
If you're going to do a big reveal, does that mean people that see in the meantime we have to sign an NDA? Is that right?
Oh, I know, right? It's just gonna take you back to way it, how it was all done before 3D, and you can still find those original kits because they're going away. A lot of those original kits that I've had built some of the artists out there. They're going away. They're really hard to find now, you know. So
Yeah, and that's the things that I think you're like one of the only curators of a lot of things that are, like you said, going away. And so I've been in LA since 1995, and I remember going to was it the freaking what's it the what's the
Magic
place
and,
that had, was that
the Magic and Myth show?
no, it was like the restaurant the
in Hollywood.
yeah, Planet Hollywood, dude. They had the one in Beverly Hills. I remember going there.
Yep.
Even when I went there in 95, 96, it never felt magical to me. It just felt like so commercialized.
Yeah.
And that's what I think that you have that niche, which will be that really great balance of love and good food and like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm really hoping, because like I probably won't be there for the opening. I hope I will be, but
Right.
if I'm not, I'm looking forward to that because I have friends in Dallas and I want to go over to where you're at. And like I think that's where I think you're just gonna kill it, where it's gonna feel like just going to that pizzeria after school in the 80s that everyone always wanted to go to, and you just go there and you hang out and like you play the video games, you buy the pizza, and it's just like a safe, fun place. That's why I think it's going to be amazing.
Thank you for saying that, Brad. The curating thing, that means a lot to me, because that is exactly the reason that I'm doing it, is just to give people that, you know, that hour of good, you know, carefree, back the way it used to be, and maybe educate, you know, some of the I mean, and I'm so particular about each one of these props that are going in here. They're not all of them are going to be perfect, but a lot of them are pretty damn close, you know, and it's, you know, you're not going to be able to see it anywhere else in the world. So,
well, the thing is, like, we all got this nostalgia from somewhere, and it was George Lucas who passed it on to the people who made Star Wars, right? Like, he didn't make the models.
Right.
You're actually the person that now may have that ability to maybe inspire. Like, let's just say somebody comes to Dark Side that doesn't know that these things were actually practical things because they've been raised on CGI. And like, I mean, if we lose it at some point, it's just lost. It's just gone. But you know, and that's the thing, is like, maybe you're that person. Like, it sounds stupid, but like,
you can bridge the gap. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to keep it going. And I, you know, and Denise, I was telling Gabe this the other night. I didn't know whether to be depressed or not, but we were talking about, you know, I'm 53 years old, and when I'm 63, where am I going to be with all of my collection, and how much longer am I going to continue to purchase things and do that stuff, you know, and when is enough kind of thing. And will I give this stuff to my kids, or will I sell it to somebody that would really appreciate it? Or, you know, that there's so many, it's, you know, I don't know. It's kind of a scary thing, but it's kind of like, well, baby, it's kind of depressing me now. I mean, but I can tell you this.
Right?
Do you think that Janine ever thought back in 1980, 1990, Janine, when you were a kid, that you'd be on a podcast showing a 1979 Kinder Millennium Falcon? No. So it's really cool that all this is continuing to thrive, you know, and, you know,
it's true.
And I think everybody, and Gabe and I have talked about this a lot, and people in the chat, but just trying to hang on to what's fucking gone. I'm sorry, guys, but it's completely gone.
So true.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like, because you're not focusing on just movies, but you have the BMX bikes. You have these things that are. I always like my collection is like the 80s threw up. I'm not a Star Wars person. I'm not. I love nostalgia of like certain things that ring true to me, and the things that I know that ring true to you are the things that are like ET, Star Wars, like, you know, it's the things that are ever going, that will always be. But maybe. It's weird because I don't think a lot of people they don't know about these things because their parents didn't show them, but once they do, they're hooked. They're hooked, you know. And there's something about that era, and like my kids will say it, like, Dad, you grew up in the best era. And it's like, yeah, we didn't grow up in the 50s and the 40s, which was really kind of cool, but like the 80s and the late 70s, 80s, and the early 90s were like the best era to grow
Yeah,
up.
they really were.
They really were. Like we just encompassed so much like love and like, I mean, I know you have a big affinity for E.T. Do you remember like E.T. sat in the theaters for like 4 months?
Yeah.
You could go see E.T. anytime you wanted for like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Well, you got to think back then. I mean, we didn't. You didn't have even like Blockbuster wasn't even really a thing.
Yeah.
Yet.
No.
You know, it wasn't. There wasn't a video market. There obviously wasn't streaming or any of that. So it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably like when Star Wars came out. I swear I saw that over 100 times in the theater. We'd go to the drive-in and see it.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
It was, hey, what are you doing? Let's go watch Star Wars. It was, you know, when that came out, it was just, and I mean, and then it got re-released to the theaters before Empire came out. I mean, but that doesn't happen anymore. I mean, you get re-releases like on the 40th anniversary or something like that. You know, it's like,
well, there was HBO too.
It's for Johnny. I've never
HBO didn't get Star Wars until like
it was Jaws.
It was like
Yeah.
mid '80s. You know, it was all, you know, it was after Return of the Jedi had come out already.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
took forever for that one to come out.
Yeah.
It seems, guys and gals, that I mean, even though we've all been collectors and there's people that have been collecting forever, it just seems, and I don't know if it's maybe because of social media, but I think there's a big thing going on with the 80s right now. I think 80s is it's really hot. You're seeing it, and the nostalgia is there, and even like the younger.
It's actually, I actually read an article about this. So it's actually crazy enough. It's like a marketing cycle that happens like just over generations, and it's because they obviously like they want to target the generation that now has disposable income, right?
Yep.
So every generation it's going to go like that, right? Right now, funny enough, the 80s are kind of on the downside.
It's going to 90s.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, 90s is you could tell by how the kids are dressing too. Like my daughter, she's 20, right? And like she's wearing like the 90s like little sunglasses and like the and I'm like,
which is why I'm buying, like I'm looking for Swatch shields,
right?
Yeah, and then gargoyles. Remember the gargoyles?
The Oakleys are gonna come.
The Oakleys, yeah. But here's the thing, Gabe, is that I think there's gonna be a cutoff between, because there's gonna be less physical things for people, and I think the 90s were kind of it. Like if you think of like let's say a 2001, like if you were to ask to be dressed in 2001 to 2010, like what would you wear?
Yeah,
like your pants backwards.
No, not that time. That was in the 90s.
Well, Back to the Future 2, you got to have the
the pockets inside out. Yeah. But like, there's nothing definitive for that era. But like the 80s and 90s are really definitive, because 90s, then you go into the grunge and you go into stuff that was kind of like.
And I think if you really think about it, like generationally, right? Like because we didn't have social media, we had to express ourselves like whatever, like however else our community was, or however we saw, you know, just even popular culture, right? But now because of social media, I think kids are like using that as their identity, not necessarily the way they dress, but like their persona online. And I see it all, obviously you guys know, like I'm on social media a lot, right? Across the board. And I could definitely see trends like up and down and all the changes. And I could definitely see, and this is why, and I know you guys are going to laugh, but this is why it is going to go towards like the whole avatar situation with the whole like meta glasses.
I go buy some virtual toys. Run.
Virtual toys, they're going to go up and no, just kidding.
I'm still not buying NFTs. I don't care what you say.
But for real, because this next generation, right? The next generation is growing up, getting like spending money. Like my kids, for Christmas, they ask for gift cards for their little avatar, little video games, right? And
my kids are the same way.
That's where I think you're spot on, Gabe. Is like right now, like even my kid. I mean, they're in their teens, but like there's been a big switch, especially for Christmas, of like no longer wanting a physical object, but wanting credit for something, which is freaking scary as hell. Like they just want, like, they want that ambiguity of whatever they want at some point, sometime in the future, versus having it right now. But the feeling for them is the same. They're still getting that gratification of like opening something that they wanted, but they don't even know what they want. It
kind of sounds like the early bird special. The
oh wow, Benjamin brought it home. Look at that.
No, but you know what? But
They're not even getting an empty box. It's
like,
just,
I'm telling you,
all
like,
digital.
My 8-year-old, like, she'll come in and she wants Robux, right, for this game.
For Roblox, yeah.
And they, like, I'm telling you, they like spend money on creating their avatars and their little accessories. So I'm just saying, like, yes, for our generation and all that, but this new generation is growing up on their iPads, on their iPhones, and on their video game consoles. So I think it's not far-fetched for people to start promoting that type of collectible.
So to bring it all home, do you think then because we're also mimicking the 80s and the 90s, are we going to bring that back, that type of thing back, where they don't want digital things?
Well, see, that's the thing. I think we're beyond that, because now, so for example, and look, I honestly, like, I'm not really like in a partnership with that Cryptoid company.
Whoa. Michael, he's backstepping now, Michael.
No. Listen.
I know, dude. I gotta go.
I don't mean, listen. No. Not like that. Like, obviously, you know, I did a promotion for them. They paid me. Lucasfilm reached out. They paid me for it. Yes, that's the extent of it. But what I'm saying is that their first launch was a Masters of the Universe line, and it did so well, because you'd get the packages, the vintage packages, right? Like, it's like a virtual package. You open it up, it unwraps the package, and then you have it in the box. And then from there, you get the option to like unbox it, like to take it out of the box. And if you take it out of the box, you get the actual little character. And then again, it interacts in the world. But the only two lines that they have right now is Masters of the Universe and Star Wars.
So where do you go from now?
And again, they're trying to pull on the nostalgic feeling for the parents to be able to say, okay, cool, let's buy them for the kids.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Can I say something, like, and this is like, I've been thinking this for like the last year or two. Do you guys remember the Bratz dolls?
Yeah.
You're a Bratz.
Yeah.
Have you guys realized that?
Yeah.
Have you guys realized that every 20-year-old to 30-year-old or 40-year-old looks like a Bratz doll? Because that's what.
No, but that's LA, Brad.
Well, different. I mean, that's true. But like
injection.
But like, that's what they idealize, and they don't want to collect anything. Like, where we'll just buy this shit. They'll spend the $30,000 to get big lips and boobs and stuff, like, to look like a Bratz doll, versus like what we think like of a toy. Like, they're willing to spend the money on on a realistic thing to change them into them. Like, it'd be like, Michael, it'd be like similar to like you and I going to get surgery to look like Han Solo. That's what it's.
Hey, don't bring me into this shit.
Okay, so Michael, it'd be like Denise getting surgery to look like Carrie Fisher.
Oh, right. Hey, you can get off on a whole different topic. We don't need to go there.
But I don't think necessarily, because my son's 9 and he really wanted to play all the old Mario games. So I was like, that's a no-brainer. So I bought him all the Mario games.
Awesome dad. You know?
Well, yeah. And so he started playing Super Mario Brothers, the first one, and then he was kind of cheating, doing the whole going back. And I said, dude, you can't do that. You have to, like, if you die, you have to start back at the beginning, because that's how we used to do it.
Yeah.
So he was like, Dad, it's not cheating. I'm like, well, that's cheating. But he decided he would try it my way, and I said, that's just kind of how it goes. But you just keep going and going and going until you get it right.
No,
but
see, my problem with the Nintendos, my kids too, like they started getting hooked on like the Mario games, Ghosts and Goblins. But what ended up happening, it was just me playing it. They're like, Dad, can we play it? But it was just me playing it because they couldn't do it. So I was just like sitting there playing.
No, he still plays it though. Like he plays them religiously. He'll go do Super Mario Brothers 2 and whatnot. So I'm like, cool. I mean, hey, it worked.
Yeah.
So Michael just brought up he had the the figure that you just brought up the
the Luke. Yeah. First up, Brad, are you into 6 scale? I didn't know if you're into 6 scale.
I am. So I just sold my DeLorean 6 scale just because, I mean, it's about display space, but I really love scaled things, and it doesn't have to be 6 scale, but I really appreciate like scaled things, and I love seeing that. And so
this I was waiting forever to get. It's the Hot Toys. I showed this to Gabe the other day. It's the Hot Toys Luke. He's badass.
Yeah. Are you gonna weather it?
I thought about it because I don't care about the selling so I would like to do that. But since we got Brad brought up this subject of, I was just looking at it right now. I'd like to brag on our friend Will. A lot of you guys know him as Solo Bones.
Oh yeah.
Gabe, can you put me back on the big screen just so I can show everybody some details?
Yeah.
So those of you I don't know that have the Chewy.
Oh, you got the Chewy, didn't you?
Look at that thing. Look at that.
This, keep looking. So this here is the Hot Toys Chewy, okay?
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to show you the Solo Bones version of this guy.
This is sick. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's spot on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a Wookiee, but it's not Chewbacca, respectfully,
Yeah.
But now this guy here, Will, man,
crazy.
So this guy's going to be, I'm going to have him at the dark side. He will be displayed over there.
So that guy's posted photos of that, and I honestly, I'm pretty good with
I thought it was out of the movie. I thought it was him.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. I was like, what? Like, where do these photos come from?
Yeah, this thing is
that's
dude,
man.
I mean,
that's amazing.
So everything from like the satchel on it, the bandoliers, I mean, he killed it. And he's doing an open mouth. I know some of you guys that might, if you don't follow it, Solo Bones. He's doing one that is the open mouth version, kind of like this guy right there, open mouth.
Jesus
so
Christ.
I just this thing is just so badass. So I was thinking about how we're gonna do it in the display that Jens built, but I love this guy.
You know the
Amazing.
one of the most amazing scale, like when you can scale a Chewie, is when Han leans back into Chewie on those, on those kind of like background, photos or videos where you see Harrison Ford like lean into like Chewie. Oh, look at that! And you realize how tall he is. That's so awesome.
Yeah, just the tilt of the head on this thing.
So what do you think that's fur made out of?
I'm not real sure. That's something that I don't want to answer.
Yeah.
But he sent this thing very professional in a box, that the original Hot Toys box, which I wasn't expecting, and I really don't care about the boxes and stuff. But I was very happy with the Chewy that I had from Hot Toys until I saw this one, and then I was like, shitty. No, I didn't mean to be that way, but it's just so. I mean, this is something to really be proud of,
dude. That pose that you have him in right now on the side is that one where he's kind of like disappointed, where he's like doesn't know how to act for Han.
Yeah.
Perfect head tilt.
Yeah, he's like,
it's funny because like when I was collaborating with Tom Spina before they were actually Regal Robot, we came up with the articulations. We talked about it, and he made it happen to where you can change his head, in all different ways. And it's just the head tilt alone gives an amazing expression with Chewie. But
yeah.
just one last time to Will Solo Bones. He's out of Hawaii, dude. Badass work, and thank you so much. Very, very grateful to have in the collection, and he's going to be seen by thousands at the dark side. So I can't wait to have this guy.
So good.
So good.
So Michael, how are you separating the props? Because you obviously have like a ton of like 1-to-1 scale props. How are you blurring that line between the props and the toys and the 6 scale? Like, how are you doing that where it doesn't feel like it's?
I wish I could tell you, but you're just gonna have to find out, buddy. But thank you for it's a good question. But yeah, you'll see how it's set up. It's pretty cool. It's really difficult because I wanted to, I don't know if we're gonna have a couple of studio scale models or not, but it's just gotta have a little bit of everything. And it's funny, everyone thinks that on the outside that's not in the chat and doesn't know who I am. They think it's a Star Wars themed restaurant, and it's absolutely not at all.
Completely nostalgia.
Yes, exactly. And it's funny, Gabe and I were talking. I mean, we got more Spielberg stuff in there, related movies than, of course, George Lucas. But it's gonna be a variety of different things in different places. So when you're in there, you can go there 3 different times and see different things. You know what I mean? But it's clean, not gaudy.
Tell me about the arcade.
That's a good conversation. So there's a couple of them, and I don't know yet, Brad. So I've been reaching out to some of these Instagrammers that do these live shows, podcasts on Friday nights, and they buy these old vintage video games and then they restore them, and they make it seem so simple. Yeah. And obviously, everybody knows now you can go buy for $1,500 or $2,000, a remanufactured
emulator. Yeah, that's that right there.
Yeah. So, but that being said, though, I thought, well, if I do a newer one, I wanted it to be old school, but my concern is I don't know how to repair this stuff. So I got to make sure one thing that is important to me, I thought, I don't care to charge for the video games, but then I thought, well, if I do charge, at least there's not going to be people, hogging up the games. It'll only be people that have orders.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. So that being said, though, I definitely, whether it's 2-in-1, I definitely want a Pac-Man. I definitely want a Galaga, but I also would really love. I only have room for 2 because it's under a staircase in an open area. I only have room really for 2, and I would love to have a pinball in there too.
Yes.
So I'm just going to get educated a little bit more on if I can find something that you pay $0.25. But yet you can play Dig Dug or Excite Bike or Pac-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the hardest thing about that is like educating the people on like how to change games. But
exactly. So that's it. I didn't even that. There you go.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I've got to figure it out.
Every time people come over here, I'm like, okay, here you have to push this button down for 5 seconds. Then you have to
screw that.
Yeah.
So just so you guys know, the Yoda fountain. Holy, it turned out fantastic.
Cool.
It's guys. I just now it's like there's a wait list through Sideshow, and I picked it up through the Secret Compass guy over there, and it's like I'm waiting to see on the I don't know when it's going to.
Michael,
yes, sir.
Can you please have tokens?
Tokens, huh?
Yeah. I think you have a dark side tokens. So hear me out. Here's how you're going to make all your money back. Because then you suck a shit ton of money into this.
Okay.
So you put one of those old vending machines where you put the dollar in, right? Get the dollar out, and you put $1 in, you get a dollar token, and you get to throw it into the Yoda pond.
Yeah.
You'll make your money back.
Yeah. That's another thing too. Is I thought everyone like the Jose that was building the fountain, he asked me, "Are you going to do coins in there?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Well, we did that when we were younger, but I don't know if they even do that anymore." But the biggest thing is people would be reaching in there trying to grab the coins out of there. But the biggest thing is like securing Yoda. That's
electroshock.
So
just put acid in the
hey, that's a good idea. you know, where they get shocked. You know what I mean? But I got 2 cameras that shine down, which cameras don't matter. But Denise today's like, I hope you really got an idea on how you're gonna, you know, brace him down because people are gonna try to steal it. And God, I hope it doesn't happen. But they're saying, you know, she's like, I mean, it's like a mascot. I mean, people they steal these kids. They go and steal mascots. So you don't think they're gonna try to steal, you know? And I'm not trying to bring out negativity, but
can't you weld bolts to the bottom?
it ain't coming off. If it comes off, it's gonna be broken.
Yeah.
And if they get caught, they're gonna be dead because I swear to you,
before they
get to survive. So, but anyways, off that, you know, and I was told on the game thing too. Somebody was saying that a real profitable deal, which that's not what I'm looking for. Is on the profits is is on the video games. But somebody had mentioned the claw thing. You get the toys out of there, you know.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not doing it. But I was told that. But one thing that's
They're
important.
so big too.
Yes.
They take up such a footprint.
That exactly, and I'm limited. So, but one thing that's important is the merch. What kind of merch are we going to have? You know, because people that come in there, what we're going to do those wine baskets, which is kind of boring to a lot of people.
I need a hat because you know I got this going on. So
so absolutely, we'll have hats. There'll be shirts with maybe 5 different sayings on the shirts. You know, but there's got to be. I want. You know, and then we'll have glasses that you can buy. You know, really nice glasses. Like if you're getting a cold mug beer, if you buy the glass, you get like a free. I don't know.
Dude, you remember like A&W, like the mugs, like the A&W mugs? Yeah.
I still think you need to do pizza peels with your logo on them.
Pizza peels,
like a wooden.
Oh, like the almost like the.
Like the wood peels, like they call it a peel.
It's a giant
the wooden spatula.
Oh yeah. That'd be cool, right? A dark side peel. Yeah, that'd be pretty badass, actually. But yeah, so there's a lot of this. We're getting down to the fun shit because, you know, we've got I did a lot of landscape today.
Yeah,
a lot of fun, and I planted a tree for my mom. And but yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, we're moving stuff in there in 3 weeks. We'll have power in the next 10 days, so it's gonna be badass. And we've got all the lighting has come in. We've got they're like the production lights that spotlight down on the different things, and seeing like the Wampa that I've had sitting in my garage for a year. I cannot wait to see that bitch lit up at night. You know, it's so cool.
Well, it looks beautiful on the outside, that's for sure.
Thank you.
I've been watching the Instagram how it's been growing. It's
great.
It looks cool.
Thank you. Yeah, isn't it so amazing? Yeah. This was a concept, guys, a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I remember you talking about it.
Yeah, me and Gabe were like, Gabe, like, let's do it. And then I was completely, you know, I didn't have any gray hair. You're right.
Yeah. Michael, Marcel's asking if you're going to have any like display where people can take photos.
Oh yeah, selfie station.
So listen, that was the main idea with the Yoda fountain.
Mm-hmm.
So the Yoda fountain, I have it to where we're going to display the Jaws. And then, of course, and that's another thing, kind of cheesy, but postcards, you know, where people, if they want the postcard that they were there and they want to send to friends or whatever, you know, they'll be cheap. But anyway, so yes, to answer your question. The original deal was to have like the Jaws shark but I thought, you know, there was a lot of liability. And most importantly, before even little ass kid gets hurt, is to mess up my shark. You know what I mean? So because Richard Riley, who built it, he's like, hey, Michael, you need to have it where the kids can like stick their head in there. And I'm like, yeah, no.
Can I recommend something, Michael?
Huh?
Can I recommend something?
Sure.
It is very easy, but so on anniversaries of certain milestones of like May 25th for Star Wars, like something for like Jaws, have a special for those type of things for just those movies like E.T. and for Can't Buy Me Love like for 1980. Just have like specials for those anniversary dates. I think you'll make a killing off those just specific dates. That might be a touchstone. Like, so my daughter and I she's 15 and a half. Our favorite 80s movies is Can't Buy Me Love. And it's like, it's that, it's that touchstone for certain people. Like you could do, and you could have, it's almost like a 365, thing where maybe somebody wouldn't have bought that particular pizza, but you could have it be the weird science pizza for that
Oh, I understand what you're saying.
for that day, and you can actually market it because like all they're released. I mean, obviously it's going to fall on a lot of summer dates, but it'd be kind of cool. Like, it's this pizza week. Like, and you just get you get $1 off and you make a shit ton of money. So
are you gonna have like whatever the number tents, like when people place an order? Like,
are they gonna have numbers? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, like
yes,
like the little little TP like tent type things, like when they
order 66.
Yeah.
So they're gonna get there'll be custom QR codes on the actual tables, but and Gabe is probably laughing that I even know what QR code is. But the thing is, though, they'll be really nice tagged down, not cheap little paper ones.
But what
that way they can order drinks. But we're going to have runners that will run the pizzas out to the tables, as well as barbacks that'll run the drinks out to the tables.
Make order 66 free, but order 67 twice as much.
Well, there's
I want you to know, like right now where we're at, like we're waiting for like all the custom benches and all that stuff. Just the tables and chairs, guys. I mean, I'm not kidding. So just like a 4-top tables, and we need, just so you guys know, about 40 of them. One set I got quoted today for 4 chairs and a table, $1,700.
Yep.
So and imagine needing 40 of those. You know what I mean?
So Michael, my family owned a restaurant and opened a restaurant here in Redondo Beach, and like I've been in restaurant business for 20 years.
Yeah,
it's expensive, and if you look at like a pizza oven, just a decent pizza oven, you're $40,000. Like it's crazy the amount
way
of
more
money.
than that, Chief.
Michael's like,
is it now? Okay,
yeah.
Shit! I'm going back 25 years. So
yeah, back then you can get ovens for. I've had a Italian restaurant before.
Dude.
This one's a rotisserie. It's done. I've had it in there for 4 months, 5 months now.
It's expensive. Shit.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's just all the little details. But this is the fun stuff now, So.
Well, which is why we need everybody to come out and buy 3,000 pizzas each.
Right.
I mean, come on. I mean,
I can't wait to give everybody a date. That's. I mean, it's over. I just can't wait to say, okay, guys, this is it, and hopefully,
you'll get there.
Yeah, and the people, for sure. And if they can't make it on the opening, well, one day you can make it. It'll be worth it. So.
Although I think that's going to be like the most stressful time too, because once you commit to a date, you're going to be like, oh
shit.
I know. Yeah, but this is the deal. Why I'm good with that, because I will, before I commit to that date, I will already be able to tell you that our pizzas are running through the ovens, and
Yeah.
And we're going to start out of the gate. I'm going to hire double staff, and then I'm going to weed them down to. But when we first open, well, let's just say I'm being realistic. If we'll start out with maybe 20 employees, and then when it's all the dust settles, we might have 10 or 12.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I want to come and I want to work. I want to work there. Like I was a waiter for like 20 years. I would love to work there for just like one day and just like.
Can you imagine this as a kid, right? It's going to be fun.
Dude, it's going to be so much fun.
My favorite, I fantasize about it all the time. I just can't wait to see the expressions on everybody. And then when some of the 501st come in and walk around, and
oh my gosh,
that's going to be cool.
Benjamin, would that be you?
I really want to, but I think the first time with so many people that we know, I think I'm going to go just casual.
Just enjoy it.
Can we at least say that we know the owner? Excuse me, I know the owner.
He's going to be hiding up in that one-way glass office upstairs.
Jeez.
Yeah, I wouldn't want a costume in either. You know what I mean? I want to hang out.
Hey, this is a beer and wine bar, but all you guys know that the real good liquor, it'll be upstairs. So
I do want to bring the camera. I'll get lots of photos and videos when we open.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be more memorable to everyone than, dressing up.
Absolutely. That's gonna
I
be
don't think they'd forget that if that happened.
Yeah, seeing all you guys again, the people that I've seen, and especially seeing Gabe there, it's just gonna be fun. Me and Gabe have had some.
I think anybody from the collection wars, if they come, they have to come bearing gifts. And I'm not saying like. I'm sorry. What? I missed that. I'm sorry. I'm just saying if we should come bearing gifts, like in the sense of like just like an addition to. Because if I came, I will bring a vintage action figure. I'll bring one mint on card that can be hung somewhere. I will come like I think like.
I'm bringing Spaceballs memorabilia.
Are you saying it should be?
So listen. So this is
I'm
really
gonna
cool.
hide them in the pizza place every time I go.
I know, right?
So
are you saying it's gonna be like the Star Wars Cracker Barrel? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. That's hilarious. Hey, so seriously though, I do have one pretty good sized wall that I'm gonna leave open for pictures with friends and celebrities that come in, and it's it's going to be a really cool wall that people can go and see, and it's going to be cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I know. So Gabe, now tell us what you're paying. What are you selling this week? What we got? We got
Hey, before Gabe says anything, Janine, I know Scott's not on right now because he's working on the music, right?
That's right.
Yeah, you tell him I'm getting ready to be hot to trot on his ass. He's awesome.
So working on your theme.
What's that?
Is he's working on the theme for the restaurant?
He is. He's doing a lot.
I just figured it'd be just the cantina theme.
The soundtrack.
Yeah.
Ukulele.
He's doing a big part of the experience when you walk in there, with the movie experience side.
Dude, he's the John Williams of online like Star Wars shit.
Right?
You're right.
Seriously.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to getting some
Yes.
some sound bites.
No.
Sean.
Yeah.
Sean's like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Then the
Oh, can you imagine everybody drink every time someone takes a shot or drink of alcohol? They Houdini.
Or the what? That's my favorite.
What?
I have that as a text note on my phone.
There's a great video on YouTube where somebody just said, Vader's not evil, he just can't hear in the helmet. So and so they have scenes from all through like Empire, whatever, and then all Vader's line is he just goes, What?
What?
I'd watch that. That's my favorite thing.
It's hilarious.
I actually say that to my kids just in what? It's like randomly say it and they know where it's from, but yeah.
Our dad is mental.
Right.
Exactly.
Robbie, not yet on the website. We're working on that right now, actually. So once we get all the food and all that stuff, because all we're showing now is construction photos and updates on a few little prop replicas, but within probably realistically 5 weeks, we'll have a up and running website. And we're using Toast. I don't know if anybody knows what the Toast is. Yeah. It's Mac Daddy. It's badass. So I've got to learn all that. I know Gabe's like, really? Toast? You know, tell us a little bit of that.
Oh, that's an online thing.
Yeah. Hey, Gabe. So you guys in the life size deal, I posted, I don't know if you saw it on the Instagram. Did I send you a picture of Luke?
Yeah, Luke.
Yeah, check this out, guys.
Yeah, here. I think
this is amazing.
Thank you.
Gabe's gonna need a Taco Bell pizza.
All right. Oh, actually, you didn't send me the final one, but it's on your Instagram. So
okay.
Yeah.
I can pull it.
By the way, we all chipped in, and Lee's gonna stand outside with a spinny arrow for 30 minutes.
Is he gonna be cussing while he does it? Like I can picture that.
Lee will be out there for 30 minutes with a custom arrow, and that's all we can afford.
That's funny.
People like directing parking. That's not good.
Directing parking, saying, "I love Japan."
There you go.
He's
Here
gonna
we
be
go.
swinging that samurai sword, like directing
Yeah,
traffic
they're like,
outside. Yeah.
Park here, you effers.
All right. There it is.
Wow.
Very regal. Like very.
His hair's not exact, but I mean, he looks really legit. And we're gonna do his hands up a
Yep.
little bit more.
The hands, I think, are what sell it for me. The one hand that's leaning on his knee,
Yes.
just the
Yeah.
way that hand just looks so natural and graceful. That did it for me when I saw
Yeah,
that.
thanks for your comment, Janine. Yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, he's gonna sitting next to R2 and he's just gonna be pondering. And we were just talking about the Chewy and the head tilts and all that stuff. He's gonna be able to do that as well. So that's
good.
gonna be cool. Him looking over at Yoda. So
good.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. I saw this post earlier and I thought it was a 1/6 scale. I didn't read it. I just saw it. I was like, I think I liked it. And I was like, oh man, that looks cool. And then I thought and then you're saying that I was like, holy crap, that's the life size.
Yeah.
yeah, this guy Mike up in California, he's the guy that ended up with my number 5 Boba Fett. I don't know.
Oh,
what
yeah.
that
That
story.
guy.
I was like, what the hell? I'm still trying to get that guy to send that thing to me. But anyway, he's amazing with life size. I mean, you guys saw his Alec Guinness, Obi-Wan, and
Oh
his
yeah.
fucking, I mean, badass. So
Mhm.
he's
Yeah,
just,
I would say the only thing that's like kind of off for me is the shoulder width.
well, it's not done either. So
Yeah.
this was like right in there, but he's pretty good on that. You know what I mean? So he has an X-Wing Luke version. So
So are those his hands, or where did he get the hands from?
those hands came with that.
That
Really?
looks really
Yep.
good.
Mm-hmm. It really
Yeah, they got the little veins in it and everything. He did a great job.
Dude, that's awesome. Because Mark, beefed up for that. I mean, he was big for.
For him anyway.
For him, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
But the majority of people, I mean, Brad, look, let's be real. You're like on a whole other level of picky. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
when you the average, but still, I expect everybody that walks in there to be kind of like you, to be honest.
Dude, no. If that was gifted me, or I just look at it and like be like appreciating, that's amazing, because a lot of the time just the face alone is off.
Yeah.
And that's not what I was drawn to. Like the face looks fantastic. The hands look fantastic, and the legs. I was just like, if I had to pick it apart, like that was. But that's. I mean, shoot, that's better than you'll ever get going to even like Lucasfilm. Like if you went to the Presidio, or you went to if you went to Lucasfilm up in San Francisco, like you'll never see something like that ever.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Matt and Jens. Thank you guys for the comment.
I mean, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, I got his Icon's lightsaber too that we'll have there with him. So I can't wait to display it. I didn't know with the background being, it's in the displays there and set up, but I think we're going to go ahead and do a background of the swamp behind it. It'll be black on the sides and just the swamp in the background, kind of like I've done in the gallery, if you guys remember seeing that.
Yeah.
So,
That's cool.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, that'll be really cool with the music. With the lighting's gonna just bring it all together.
So, Michael, what's your favorite pizza that you're gonna offer? What's your favorite?
I'm a pepperoni Canadian bacon guy, but when our signature, I'm really looking forward for people to taste our brisket pizza, our barbecue brisket.
Oh my god, that's
Holy crap!
That sounds good.
What kind of cheese?
I
What
come
kind of
down
cheese
for
is
that.
with that?
Yeah, and we're talking not frozen barbecue brisket either. We're talking fresh, badass shit.
So, are you gonna do any pizza challenges?
No.
No, like you eat like a 48-inch pizza and you get it,
No.
all right.
You're like that.
Guy Fieri's going to come to his location, Diners, Drives, and Dives.
And mispronounce all the names of everything in the whole
That's a
bill.
big thing right now on YouTube. Right now is like you get you throw out a challenge for instant recognition kind of thing. So
to go viral.
yeah, I'll talk to you about that, Michael.
Okay. You guys know who Bill Goldberg, the wrestler, is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Goldberg, yeah.
He lives over here in Oceanside.
No.
Goldberg? No.
Not anymore. He used to. He used to years ago.
Yeah, he lives about I don't know, maybe 10 minutes from the dark side.
Oh wow.
Cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, anyway, you guys will see some pretty cool stuff we're trying to plan.
Look at
That
Michael.
guy's huge, man.
Michael on the download, like making deals.
He's got a lot of respect for my son, Cody, and my son. They got a good deal. He builds his trucks up, and there's a school out to his new garage, and that's badass.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. Yeah, that guy's beat to hell. That poor guy. That guy's done some crazy shit in his life.
How old is he now? He's got to be our age, no?
Yeah, he's like 54, maybe. I know he's close to my age.
Yeah, I'll be 54 in a couple of days. Well, 3 weeks.
Woo!
What day is your birthday?
The 30th.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
I'll remember that.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember talking to Goldberg. We were at a property. We were looking at a property together, and I remember he had this gig he had to get ready for in Vegas, and at his age now, he looked at me and he was like, "Yeah, I've been trying to diet and get ready." And I go, "Man, it must be a lot of pressure." And he goes, "Yeah, you try to go in front of 60,000 people in underwear at your, you know what I mean, and put on a show." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, screw that." So.
Yeah.
So, here's what I like to ask. Like, I want to hear from Gabe and Michael specifically, but like it's open to everybody else. What's the one either prop or signature or toy that you would want that you don't have?
Ooh.
For me,
That's easy for me.
Yeah, that's easy for me too.
Okay.
Is it?
All right. So start with Michael.
I want. Well, there's two. Can I say two?
No.
Okay.
That is
Then
rules.
I would have to say, if it's not the 5-foot Falcon, it would be studio scale. It would be the studio scale mothership from Close Encounters.
Oh shit, that's a good one. All right, Gabe.
With the hidden R2 on there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I want
R2,
it.
yeah,
I
I
want
think
it.
it's beautiful. All right,
Yeah.
Gabe.
Wait,
Prop.
come back to me. I gotta really think
Okay.
about this one.
All right, so was it Janine the new?
That's me.
Okay.
I would love. I'd be happy with the 6 scale Greedo. Like a really good one.
A 6
Huh.
scale?
Yeah.
That's easy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You would
Right.
think it's not so
Yeah.
easy.
I got one.
All right,
I know
Sean.
There you go,
I
Sean.
tried to steal it, and you
What
can't.
what would I want, man? There's a lot.
Full size would be even better.
He just said, "I got one," and then he's up on. He's like, "Oh, let me think."
I got it.
Yeah, I don't know. There's too much stuff. I couldn't
I
single it
thought
out.
you just
I
said,
don't
"I
know.
got one." I know what.
Oh no, I have a Greedo. Yeah,
Yeah.
I need a
Oh,
1/6 scale.
That's what you meant. Okay, I thought
Yeah.
you meant I got one. And then you're like,
Yeah.
No, I got a 1/6 scale Greedo. They're pretty easy to get.
I
play
can't
Manta.
find any.
yeah, they're actually kind of hard to get unless
They're
you're
really
doing
hard to get
custom.
now.
All right. So we know Michael's, Sean's kind of like Anybody else like know what they want?
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay,
I want to know what Robin.
Sure.
wants.
For me, it's the well.
Mine.
No, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead, Matt.
No.
Well, for me, it's the Obi-Wan's lightsaber hilt from the original Star Wars.
Ooh.
I have from Master Replicas. I have
Yeah.
all of the others. I have
Right.
the Phantom Menace Elite. I've got the first one they did was an Attack of the Clones.
But you want the
I love those
gritty,
I want
like,
I want the old. I
Yeah.
have the Revenge of the Sith one. I want the one from A New Hope.
yeah.
Of the props that we
they
own.
made it, and it's limited. And,
Yeah.
it was limited. It was like only available like in Europe or something. It's a tough
But
one
Matt,
to
wouldn't
get.
you want the
Oh, if I could get the original one, yeah.
well,
that'd be
not necessarily the original, but like the built
The found
pieces.
parts.
The found
Yeah,
parts.
like Eaton's, like Jason Eaton.
That's what I was leaning towards as
Yeah,
my.
I figured you would. Yeah.
Wow,
I'd be
okay,
happy
really?
with just-
what
just-
Matt's saying? That's what you were wanting?
Not, I mean, I have the Master Replicas one, but
That's why I'm not allowed at Gabe's house.
I'd want
Lee
to.
has it too, doesn't he? Doesn't Lee have it also?
Yeah, the Master Replica ones. Yeah, I mean that one's. They made
They're hard to get though.
But the found parts, Gabe, is what you're talking
found
about. Like,
part ones now. And here's the thing. I didn't want. It's one of those like now, like it's too late now to
Right.
like try to get it when they used to be readily available. I mean, you can get a whole lightsaber for $1,000, $2,000.
Yeah.
Now
Mhm.
each part is
It's
like
like six
5
grand.
grand, 6
Yeah.
grand, and it's like to build a whole one, it's like $25,000 now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to find one in decent condition, right? Like all the parts and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards that, but come back to me. Hold on.
No, because Gabe, the reason that I would want that is because that's the first lightsaber that you actually ever kind of like connect with.
No.
It's not the first one you see, which is like the Luke one, but the first one you connect with because it's actually used. But
Yeah.
all right, so Ben or
I'm gonna let Robin.
Yeah,
go
there's two of us.
first.
It gets
Yeah,
confusing.
I
No,
wanna know what
we
Robin
started switching all of our we started with like the Disney sabers, and then we got the Corbanth, which those aren't exactly accurate either. But you can't do too bad with the Roman sabers, so we're like
Right.
upgrading slowly to
Mhm.
those. I want to get my Corbanth switched over to like the Vader of that, which is not expensive. It's just once you want a billion things, you kind of have to space it out
But
within reason.
if-
That's probably one of the next things I'll get.
if
Yeah.
price is no object, it's like if you just could wish a specific prop into your or toy or whatever you want into your life, what would you want? Like
It'd
I
probably
would
be
want one of
something-
every like stormtrooper suit, like you guys have done, where it's like 1-to-1 scale, like the TK, the short trooper, the ICAT from Mando, probably the tank driver, and the AT-ACT driver is the white version of the short trooper. Like I would line that up. Like
Mhm.
if we had hours to 3D print and
Right.
not so much frustration, like I would just like we're gonna like start banging those out like one at a time. Like my biggest thing is I've done my officer, but I really, really want to be a stormtrooper. Like I don't even care. I have like 6 in mind. Like I want to do it. So it'll take me like a year or 2 or 3, but like
No,
at some
it won't take
point
you that long.
it'll show up on the internet and you'll be like, oh, you
There
did it. Like
Would it be inappropriate?
crowdfund it.
Would it be inappropriate if I asked? Do you think that?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think
That's
that?
already
Do
inappropriate.
you think that
Yes.
female stormtroopers should have plastic
Boob
where
armor?
there's like boob?
I think
Boob armor.
no, I'm not. I
Boob
don't
armor,
like
that's
that.
the word.
I don't like that. If you're going for Star Wars, you want to be in universe, and like I'll put padding like to make me look like I have more muscle than I've got. Like
Well,
that's
there have been, since Disney took over, there were 3 female shore troopers in the Mandalorian episode, and there were at least 2 female stormtroopers in Force Awakens. So you don't even realize it, but there's more female stormtroopers, just like officers, than you realize.
well, and I've found people online like the Fight with First has posted my photo even in the officer, and I've had people comment that I've had to like partially forget about. They're like, this is for dudes. Like you should be in the Leia bikini or doing this or doing something like morale based for Star Wars. Like you should be like the lady they paint on the side of the airplane for in wartime. Like they want that for Star Wars. I'm like, you're just like one of you that think that. Like that's not true.
I got it.
I'm not
Dude,
gonna like
I
do
think
the
it
wrong
would be-
costume for my body type. Like the TK is a little hard because the armor would have to be trimmed smaller. So I don't think
Yeah,
that would look right.
I think it'd be really cool. 2 troopers that get into it and they're like fighting and they're going around and it's a pretty good little battle. And then picks up, goes to the ground. And
Michael, are they greased up?
And it's
Should
some
we
beautiful
No.
put
girl.
baby white jelly in there?
What-
And like,
yeah,
go
what
around
night is that at the pizza place?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
battling? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And
The
they're like,
Leia's in the mud pit. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
like, just real quick, like I think that
Jello wrestling.
exactly, yeah, like Jabba drool wrestling.
You're gonna recreate that slip and slide from the.
Man, this evening
Yeah.
just took a real turn for
But
the worse.
Gabe, you just flashed something.
That's not the worst thing that anybody said. Just so you remember.
It happens quite a bit, Matt.
And I'll tell you really quick what
I
I
know, I bet
regret. What I
Go.
regret not getting. If I could have, I mean, just to be somewhat practical, I'm not going to say something that's ridiculously expensive, but there's one thing that I would like to have. I'd love to have my first something studio scales model because I'm fascinated with that. We're going to start practicing with some of the Bandai kits because I used to model. I want to get back into that. But if I could have something reasonable That's something that I would really like. The other thing that I think I most regret not buying was when the Hyperdrive did the exclusive Bo-Katan helmet. I just was assuming it was a lot more expensive. I was thinking it was going to be like 1,500 or 2,000. And it wasn't until after it passed and Robin was talking about like how much it was, and it was like $600 or $700.
It wouldn't really matter because
I regret
I would
not
have
buying it.
I'd probably have to have like Jackson Rupert paint up the whole kit, which he does that once in a while for people. Right?
I'll let you know. I would wait until at least the end of the year to commit to a Bo-Katan helmet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Wasted Fett does a very good Bo-Katan.
But Gabe,
I'll wait and talk to you later about it, Gabe.
Gabe, coming from a sense of
all I'm saying is that, you know, in a couple of weeks there's going to be an
there
announcement.
might be something happening.
There might be something very cool happening.
Yeah, I mean,
Might be virtual, but it's still pretty cool.
I can't see it or hold it or whatever.
There'll be an NFT plaque.
But Gabe, you flashed something. What was it? What you flashed? You
Oh
flashed
no,
John Williams.
Jeff asked John Williams for Gabe, but I already got it because Jeff pointed me to the direction of a guy who was selling a John Williams autograph, and I picked it up.
Wow.
But yeah, the Bo-Katan helmet, like I said, hang tight. There's gonna be an announcement in a couple weeks,
I'll
and
be
then
patient for that.
at the end of the lineage from the art, right? Like direct from the archives. Like,
all right, that's awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah, I would do a Bo-Katan. I know where to get the soft goods. It's tricky to get the right material with the armor and then get somebody to paint it correctly, and then it has to match. So it's just when you get into those things, it's just a big long thing, you know.
But it's like Boba Fett, like where the helmet doesn't have to exactly match the rest of the armor.
Well, yeah,
like,
nobody at Comic-Con, like they're not stopping to look that long. Like they want a photo with you, and then you'll never see them again. So it doesn't really matter. But
are you trying to troop in the 501st with it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If I did one, I would wear it. Like,
yeah,
right.
We already.
Well, that's what I was saying. Look at Wasted Fett. He does a very. His wife troops in that Bo-Katan all the time. It's beautiful.
I'll look at it.
Yeah, you should check it out. I mean,
it seems like we should wait a couple of weeks before we do anything. So we'll see.
Well, all right. So I think I decided on mine, and I'm gonna actually go back and something kind of attainable and something that I'm looking for. I mean, right now is I want a solid George Lucas autograph, because again, seeing that last video of him at the indie premiere, like, I don't know, man.
I've got two on Saber.
I know you do, but I do want to get a nice frame for one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
that's cool, Brad. That's cool.
That's probably.
Oh, thanks, Michael. Yeah. I was there in person, so but I'm gonna have to send them off to PSA. Like I'll have to tell them all about it. But I was there for both because it was the same night.
Yeah.
So. But yeah. Gabe, like it's hard to find his.
Well, you got two autographs in the same night.
Yeah. So, all right. So my friend, just real quick, my friend who, she's a C-list celebrity.
I remember
she gets to this night with George Lucas. I went. I brought both my sabers, and I knew that I was going to go one with a blue, one with like silver. The guy next to me, like. Once they were done with the Q&A, they're like, well, Mr. Lucas will sign autographs. I go, here, take this, go over there. I'm going to go on this side. And we both kind of split up. And like, I took my Vader saber. He took my Lucas or Luke one. And he got his signed. And I didn't think he was going to get his signed. I got mine signed. And at the same time, trying to take photos of, him signing.
He didn't sign everybody, did he? Or did he?
He signed. I mean, it was
a small party, right?
Yeah, it was like a few hundred people, but he like, I would say half of the people like didn't even go up. They were like, I don't care.
I wonder if that's the same place where who was it? Remember they had George Lucas's autograph on a napkin that his daughter got for him.
I remember that. I remember hearing that story on our show.
Yeah, I'm like trying to remember like who exactly.
this would have been 2000 and because I want to say my daughter was a year old, or maybe it's like 2007, 2008.
Wow.
I have the ticket. I'll have to look it up, but I still have the Ticketmaster ticket that I have from, because it was before the internet kind of like took over. But yeah, so he signed both sabers, but like I got one signed, my buddy got the other one signed, and so I had them sign, and then I had the Vader one signed by Dave Prowse in Celebration 2015, and then I got the
cool.
other one, the Luke one signed by Mark Hamill in 20. It was pretty recent. That the last celebration that was here in LA, 2020 or 2019.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Yeah, I don't mean to cut. I'm gonna have to jump because I owe it to my little girl. I promised her that I'd get off at 10:30.
Well, that's right. I was gonna wrap it up because we said an hour and a half and we went past it. So let's just wrap it up. Guys, thank you everybody for jumping on and hanging out.
Thank you.
Yeah, what a big treat. We had
hang out.
Janine on tonight. That was really cool, Janine.
First time.
Yeah.
Yay! I'm excited. Thanks for having me, and thank you again, Dave.
Janine, I'm gonna get that. I mean,
So awesome.
over to you. Yeah, let's figure that out.
Thank you.
And to Brad, thank you for the kind words and some of the cool things that you brought up.
Oh man, my pleasure, buddy.
And hey, Sean, it's good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, it's always good to see you guys.
Yeah, man, you're welcome anytime. Benjamin, Robin, you know that.
Yeah,
and of course,
a lot of
Matt.
fun.
It's good to see you. I hadn't seen you in a while, Matt.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so everybody in the chat, thank you so much for your Saturday. Like always, love you guys. Love you, Gabe. You guys have a great weekend, rest of your weekend, and we'll see you guys next Saturday.
See you guys.
Sounds good.
Later.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go